I just need to say, I am so disappointed in myself. I just finished recording 2 episodes for this series, and I'm just starting to edit the first one. And I discovered that my recording software, OBS, did not set my microphone for the first hour of footage. And I spent all this time making up the whole little thing for it to... I built this little shop. It took a stupid amount of time to do so. I didn't have to do it, but I just wanted to make the place a little bit more pretty. I'll just summarize it. I built a place to start a little project of making one of every food in this mod pack. Everything from Farmer's Delight, Croptopia, and the expansion for Farmer's Delight called Delightful. I want to craft them all. Why? Back in the day, there was a mod that was used in a lot of Feed the Beast mod packs called Pam's Harvest Craft, and that has been usurped by those mods that I just previously mentioned. But that mod was notorious for having way too many food options and way too many crops that it just filled up pages and pages and pages in JEI. And I always wanted to make one of everything from Pam's, which is why I named this place this. But because that was years ago, I never got to do that, and it was frankly a ridiculous project. Plus, I was going to try and autocraft all of those items and open up a restaurant called Pam's Shit, and offered it as a store to all my friends on the server. And I just wanted a little bit of a slice of that, you know, like, I just want to craft one of everything and say that I've done it. And this is kind of like the first installment of Pam's franchise, I suppose. I'm not gonna be as extensive as what I did here. I just saw all the sushi options there were, and I kind of got carried away here. I promise there's a point to this. I have been missing the feeling of playing Minecraft on a server with friends with a goal in mind, such as what I'm doing in Automods 8. And as I explained in episode 1 of this series, I believe, I have never been able to complete a mod pack or a big goal in a server because the servers either get shut down or the friends I play with lose interest. But I have saved some of my favorite moments playing on servers with people and friends. And I had this whole little elaborate thing, but I just want to share one clip from these moments that I saved.
I'm sorry, what is that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? Oh my.
Yeah, I spent an unholy amount of time on survival multiplayer to prank a friend by building a giant-sized rendition of his MapleStory character in his base. And this type of stuff is what I enjoy the most about Minecraft, and certainly I can always go back to that, but I don't know if I ever will be able to do that ever again, but at least the door's always open. But for the sake of getting that sense of closure and that feeling of accomplishment with all that time spent on Minecraft, we're going to try and finish this mod pack as soon as we can. And we're doing this by building a fission reactor. So what did I record while OBS didn't catch my mic? Well, I set up plants and machine systems to create all the chemicals needed to start work on the fission reactor. I followed the quest lines and also made an induction matrix to store a mass amount of power. And I set that 5 chunks away from the fission reactor because I know that it can explode and explode very, very far. To which I didn't really realize where everything was supposed to end up, so I kind of have like a bits and pieces of machines all across like very long distances. So I kind of had to wirelessly transfer everything just so that I wouldn't have cables running across 5 chunks worth of space. And honestly, that was pretty much it. Most of the footage is just me sort of figuring it out on my own and trying to learn as I go. And, you know, some people might enjoy that, some people might not. I think the nice compromise because of what happened in this is we might actually be able to complete all of this arch of the progression in 1 or 2 episodes. But anyways, that's pretty much it. So you're all caught up now, and let's continue with figuring out how to build all of this stuff. Right now I have a sink hooked up to it, and it's filled with a lot of buckets of water. That's what, 12,500 buckets. So we need a really good pipe for that, and we have the sink for the infinite water source, of course. And then for the ender tank, we filled it with Fissile Fuel, and we just need a basic pressurized tube because the recipe only calls for 1 millibucket. For the same reason, we are outputting our waste on this side of the fission reactor, and we're starting our building for the byproducts. The first one is what we call plutonium. So this nuclear waste is created from the fission reactor, and what we're doing is we're sending it to 2 different routes. The first one is this plutonium thing, so that we can create what's called plutonium pellets, which is used for SPS casings. I have more or less everything set up for this plutonium part. The other part, though, is where is it? Hold on, I have to do this here. Use this, and okay, here we are. So the other way used for nuclear waste is to turn it into polonium. What we're going to use with polonium is to make polonium pellets and antimatter. So first we need the polonium pellets to create a bunch of items that are needed for the Automod Star plus future machines and stuff like that. Solar neutron activator. And to make that, we need a bunch of these items. HDPE pellet. To make these, we need to put a substrate into an HDPE pellet. And we need liquid ethylene and oxygen. So can you guess what we're going to do? That's right, we're back in our melon farm. This was our first FE generation, or energy generation, and it served us really, really well until it didn't, and then I kind of threw it off to the side. But to this day, it's still powering because I have the chunks loaded, and it's powering into my flux network. But now that I think about it, maybe I should have used an ender gate here. Oh man, this setup is such a mess. I don't even know how I'm going to do this. Our first concern is to turn this ethylene into liquid ethylene. So we need to make a condensator again, and all these multi-step process machines are really hurting my brain, and it's not fun, I'll be honest. It's a lot to take in, I'll have you know. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna get through it. I trust myself that I can do it. I think the thing too that bugs me is that I have to keep making speed upgrades and energy upgrades just because I want the machines to run at maximum efficiency. And then that requires me to make all these infused alloys, and then I have to make these dusts. And I really should automate it, but I feel like this is just like a one-time job type of thing, and it's just like once I'm done, I never have to think about it again, and it probably will take me longer to figure out how to automate it than to just do it manually. So I'm just kind of putting up with it for now. Let's move the item cables up by 1 so we free up some space for the condensator. And we'll have it input from the bottom, I'll say, because I mean that's really the only spot I can make it. So we'll just have that wrap around, and then we'll have to figure out how to put a wire into this. Let's make it come out through here then, and then we'll have it go up, and we'll disconnect that and then wrap it around this way so it's even more jank. And then let's put the pressurized reaction chamber here. Again, I need to make upgrades and put them in on every single machine. I mean, I don't technically have to, but it's probably best if I do. And since there's already an electrolytic separator, we already have the oxygen we need. So I'm gonna take it out from this side, and then we'll run it all the way over here. And I kind of need both of them to keep producing stuff, so I guess we'll just keep dumping excess from both of them. So that way we have a steady stream of oxygen coming. Then we'll take this mechanical pipe and then set this to fluids. Have this output into liquid ethylene. We'll take a regular item pipe. Yeah. And we'll slap it right on here. And then set this to extract. So now we have substrate going into here. Now we just need to provide a power. So let's just run a cable all the way back here. And we'll just attach it to here so it has power. There we go. And now we have our HDPE pellets. Just look at this freaking spaghetti. Oh my goodness, that was a little nerve-wracking. Let's just make some food to calm down. Now we just got a few things missing, so let's go ahead and craft that. That's a machine casing or steel casing? Yes, let's make one extra one. We need to make 2 of these solar neutron activators. Then we just have to quickly make a couple of these, and then boom, 1. And oh, forgot to make a second one. Okay, there we go. And just so I know, do we have upgrades on these? No, we don't. Okay. Good. For the sake of simplicity, I will face it the other way, but this will be our first step in creating polonium. So this is nuclear waste into polonium, and we'll use polonium into a pressurized reaction chamber. So one of these, and then of course speed upgrades as well, and energy upgrades as well here. And then we'll just reset these to pull. So now both of these pressurized reaction chambers are filled with water. And of course we need power for these. Oh, do we not need power for it? Oh, we don't. Okay, it's nice. So we'll just stick one there. Let's link them all up for now. And then from here we get nuclear waste as an output. We're gonna make 3 again for now, but I'm sure we'll probably just make a whole bunch of this. And then of course I want pressurized tubes for the least amount of capacity. But this is basically what the line is going to look like. However, we do need a second output from this neutron activator because polonium can also be pumped into a... what the fuck? Supercritical phase shifter, I'm assuming. I'm okay if all of this explodes because it's just a bunch of single block machines. I don't want to put an SPS near here, so maybe we'll just output this to an ender tank. Oh gosh, I just realized we're gonna need 200 million FE per tick for this machine to create that antimatter. Oh boy. But yeah, for that reason, I'm gonna make 2 more ender tanks and move all of this over somewhere else. Okay, that's set up for now. Let's do the other half of this reactor. I know there's a lot. Eventually, things will happen, I promise. I just want everything to fall into place perfectly all at once rather than doing it step by step and realizing, oh, I'm gonna make this mistake and that mistake. So I'm the type that likes to see everything fall into place all at once rather than something like procedurally like get put together. So it is a lot of waiting, but I hope the payout will be worth it. Okay, we're gonna need turbine casings. I'm just following the guide. So it says 52. Let's see what we get. Oh, pressurized tubes. I like that. We got to make a bunch of items. Okay. We got to make a bunch of blocks. Okay. Ooh, induction cell. Actually, now that I know that we're going to be using like hundreds of millions of FE per tick, I definitely want to upgrade this induction matrix after all of this is done. Alright, we got all the parts we need, and we just have to look at this tutorial and see how to build this. Oh my goodness. Why do I get the feeling that the quest tutorial builds are not gonna be big enough for what we are trying to do here? Alright, all that's left for me is to finish wrapping around this casing here. And I think afterwards we're good, right? No? Oh, we need glass on the top. So let's do that, and oh wait, this is not filled. Did I build it right? I built it right. What do we do with this now? turbine statistics. 75 volume, 8 dispersers, 24 vents, 1 coil limiting. Max production is 438 kilowatts. Ooh. I don't know if that's going to be enough power considering the size of it, but there is going to be a second machine we're going to build, which is a Fission Reactor, which also will give us a bunch of power generation. Can we make... Oh no. We are close, actually. Should I just go immediately into the highest tier? JEI has this weird thing where it doesn't like items that have NBT tags. I don't necessarily know if there's a way to adjust it in the settings, but this already has energy from my previous ones, and we're just gonna build 3 of them here and just watch it go by like that. Like, if you look at the recipe for this, right, it says I don't have wait, hold on, not the induction provider, but if I hover over this, it says that I don't have this elite induction cell. But if you look at my inventory, I technically do have 4, but just one of them does not have 0 FE. I'm just going to do is manually craft 4 of these, and then we will just... Oh, and then we also have to craft an ultimate energy cube. So let's just do that. And then we will... Oh, wait, I need to craft 4 more of these, which is so annoying. And then we just hit this, and then this, and there is my first ultimate induction cell. It's 1.6 trillion FE. I genuinely don't think I need any more than 1 trillion FE. So let's also upgrade this now and get it to the max tier so that we can get the highest transfer rate. This series has gone on for over a year. I have taken my sweet time for all of this. Okay, and 1 ultimate induction provider. Auto-crafted. Done. Yeah, I think this was a good investment. Definitely, we need a lot of power for that antimatter, so upgrading is pretty much probably the best decision we'll ever make for it. Yeah, I think that's good. Forgot the ceiling as well. And then, yeah, there we go. So now we have 1.4 trillion. It's going to be slowly... in getting more. We'll just slap the thing on from here. Yeah, so we're only getting 1 million FE per tick, so this will slowly fill up. We definitely want universal cables here. We'll have the cable go directly into the induction cell, and I think that's more or less a lot of it completely set up now. And last thing before we finally run everything, yes, almost there. I'm gonna set an exporter to this ender drawer. This is going to be for our fluorite for all the machines. So we'll just call this fluorite, and then we will mark this as our thing, and it's already happening, so that's good. Let's speed this up so that it gets filled up even more quicker. In reality, we probably just need a stack upgrade and that's it. We're gonna put the ender drawer here and put the frequency in the same one here. So I think it's left click. No, fuck. I always forget the controls for this thing. Do I right click? No, that's not it. Okay, let's try this again. All right, I'm gonna get this right. Left click, shift right click. There we go. That's how you do it. Oh my god, I can't believe that took me that long. Last thing before we run everything, and yes, this will be the last thing, we need to crush fluorite into fluorite dust. So I just have a basic crushing factory. We don't need more than this because we only need 3 slots in this to distribute across all of these things. I think what we'll do is we'll put the factory in here, and then we'll put the ender drawer from here, and then have it set to extract wherever my wrench is, right here, set that there, and then have this, boom. Okay, good. So now it's making fluorite dust. So now this is a little bit cause for concern because fluorite is not infinite, and I need to figure out a way to fully stock it. But yeah, from here we'll just take some advanced transporters. I could have used item pipes, but whatever. Just have enough to stick them into the pressurized reaction chambers. So this is converting the crushed fluorite into their respective nuclear waste products, and that's how we'll supply it. Okay, we've done all our homework. Even the steam turbine set up into the induction smelter. And then I don't think there's anything else. Let's consult the quest book. We have our hazmat suit on. Our water and coolant is pumping into the fission reactor. We have fissile fuel being pumped, and a port is set to the heated coolant, which is to our turbine. And then we have a port set for nuclear waste. Okay, that is all ready. So I think it's time for us to see what happens if we hit activate. Okay, nothing is happening for now. Oh, because this is not set to extract. Okay, so let's do that now. There it is. There's that fissile fuel. So, all right, here we go. For real this time. All right, so temperature slowly rising up. Yeah, it's producing steam, and the waste tank is doing its job. What is going on? Okay, so the steam is getting outputted. So it's going into this. It is slowly but surely turning. My concern is that this is not going into these guys. Why is this? Oh, wait, hold on. I just saw it flash. Hold on. Oh, we do have some plutonium. I'm a little concerned as to why this is not accepting anything. So we're on gases. This is set to input. That's bizarre. Is there any in this tank? No. Okay, well, it looks like it's producing. It's just not much. It's burning at a really low rate as well, because our rate limit is set to 1. So let's bump it up a little bit. Let's see what happens if we set this here. So now we're doing a lot more. Yeah, there we go. Now stuff is happening. Okay, so is stuff going into this tank? Is it going into the machines? We have no idea, and I'm a little bit nervous. Like, it is working. These things are filling in. It's just not going at the rate I want it to. Over here, the turbines are spinning faster now. The worst part is that I can't undo any of this, because if I break it, we're gonna cause a radiation leak. But I did set it correctly, so I just don't understand why it's not going into the other machine, the solar neutron activator. I feel like we can make this faster, so let's double it maybe, and let's make the burn rate like crazy here. Ooh, that's not good, actually. Let's lower that down a little bit. Oh, okay, we got nuclear waste going in here now. So the process is very, very slow, but it is working. And this seems like really excessive now at this point, but it's okay. Now, why is this not working? What's the ratio of this? It's 10 to 1. So, wait. Oh my god, I swear to god. I swear to god, if there's like an automatum blocking. Wait. Why is it night? I don't remember. Wait a second. After doing some research, I found out, yes, there is a day-night cycle in the mining dimension, and I just never noticed. Mainly because I've probably been wearing those night vision goggles. We're gonna try and fix this. We can set up some sort of automatic redstone system with the arcane pedestal, maybe. There is a ritual from Ars Nouveau that does let you, make a day. I've used it before. I just don't know what that one is. Tablet of Sunrise. So how much does it cost? It costs wood and it costs a sunflower. That's actually not bad. We're gonna create an automatic system here, but we have to make sure we're inside a chunk that's loaded. So right at the top of here would be nice. I saw this on the Automods Discord. They had a pinned message specifically for this problem, so I'm so glad I'm not the only one here. To build this, we put a dispenser on the ground facing up, followed by a ritual brazier. And then we need to have the block under the dispenser be a redstone link set to receive mode. We'll also code it to sunflower here. Then we'll put a block here, and then we need a pulse repeater, and we'll aim it towards that direction, and we need to set this to 10 ticks. Then we'll attach a daylight sensor and right click it to invert it, and then under it we'll put the other redstone link as the sender, and of course we have to code that with the sunflower. And it is getting nighttime, so it's perfect to test this out. We're gonna craft this just for now to see how this works, and we're going to put it in the dispenser. We probably have to reset this though, and so we're just going to rewire this. So this should work if we just set this here. There we go. And so, yeah, there we go. So that's basically it. Hopefully this will fix the problem in the mining dimension. We're gonna be waiting here for a long time. Well, actually we got our first plutonium pellet. Oh my god, what the, oh gosh. Reset. This needs to go up. Okay. We have a water problem. Interesting. The maximum pump rate of a ultimate mechanical pipe is 32 buckets per tick. How much is it for these things? Fluid is 10 millibuckets per tick, so that is not faster than this. And we'll just create a couple more ports, I suppose. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have 3 separate inputs for these pipes from the sink. That way we're pulling from 3 different directions into this fission reactor. So now if we do this, okay, now we have enough supply for the coolant tank. Yes! Oh, I feel smart. I feel like I'm actually understanding this now. And now because it's sunny over there, yes, we're making polonium now. So what do we need to do with these pellets? We need this to make an SPS. Oh no. Oh no. We definitely don't need it for that. But how many do we need for? Oh god, we're gonna be here a while. I'm reading into some documentation and I found out that the limit is 1 millibucket per fuel assembly rod, so this little thing in the middle. I'm gonna break a couple holes here. If we still need more water, we can just put more sinks and more sides of pipes, so that's not my concern. If we want to maximize this structure, we can do checkerboard, right? So that is an extra 4, which means an extra 8 of these assemblies. So let's do that. Put all of them into place. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I made way too many here. Ah, that's annoying. It's okay, it's okay. Place this back up, and then we should have a completed one. Okay, perfect. And then fuel is getting pumped in, because now there's more capacity. So now if we turn this on, our max rate is 10. I am not gonna push it. I'm just gonna do this one little bit at a time. So if we set it to 3, we're still keeping up in water. Set it to 4. How are we doing? Still good? Good. Set it to 5. Also good. Set it to, let's try 8. Oh, now we're losing too much water. So I think to maximize it, we'll definitely have to space these sinks out. And then we'll just have to put mechanical pipes on all 6 sides of them. I definitely don't feel like I'm doing this right. So if anyone watching this can leave a comment on how to improve this a little bit more or something like that, I would greatly appreciate it. But with 9 of these ports on the highest tier, we are basically pumping in 288 buckets of water per tick. I sincerely hope that will be enough, as our max burn rate is 10. So we're gonna slowly up this once again. Looks fine. looks fine. And finally at 10, we're fine. Okay, our production is 10 millibuckets per tick now. It's not a lot, but it's definitely much faster than what we had to start with. And we're actually seeing some meaningful production of polonium and plutonium now. Now that we're using more water though, how's the turbine going? It's spinning like a blade right now. Sorry, Beyblade. And it's storing a decent amount of steam actually. We're producing 100,000 FE per tick. We'll probably have to make a much bigger turbine if we want more out of this, and I think we will, just because it would be a waste if we didn't do that. So I think that's what we're going to focus on next episode, and we are going to continue this Mekanism journey. I hope this will just be like a 3-parter so that we can focus and go back into crafting the Automat Star, in which, by the way, I think this will genuinely be the the most amount of episodes we'll spend on for a particular set of items in the Automat Star, just simply because of how much we actually need for these materials and such. You can see from here, it's like, we need a considerable amount of crap here, which I'm not too happy about, but hey, that's just the way it is when crafting the Automat Star, right? So, I am going to let this run, and I will probably do some work off camera, but thank you very much for watching this episode, and I hope to see you all next time, alright? Take care. Bye-bye.